And we go to the next speaker. Pavle, do you hear us?
I hear you.
Okay, nice. Could you begin?
Can I speak?
Yes, you can speak. You can begin. We are listening to you.
Thank you. Results of my report are based especially on history of physics and technology, discovery of superconductivity and helium superfluidity in experiments of Camerlingones and Kapitsa, awarded with Nobel Prizes, have led us to the formation of macroscopic quantum physics of condensed matter and postulation of macroscopic wave function of Bose-Einstein condensate of ideal gas in the works of well-known for you, Fritz London, Richard Feynman, Bardeen Cooper Schrieffer, leading to quantized vortexes based on the below-mentioned circulation, where F is the amplitude of wave function, L vector, P phase of wave functions real part of the radius vector. Due to these works, appearance in quantum metrology, fundamental constant as above mentioned circulation is established experimentally well known for you by Bynum and Josephson. In such a way, the indicated relic factor of helium in the universe formation from the very beginning is of great historical and practical interest. The fundamental condition, next one please, the fundamental condition of the circulation quantification has been obtained as follows, where L is contour of the circulation, where S velocity of superfluid motion, M mass of helium atom, E charge of electron, A is Maxwell vector potential, H Planck's constant, and order of quantification. Dear colleagues, generalization of experimental equations of quantum hydrodynamics of superfluids and Cauchy circulation integrals in first expression has led us to indivisible two-dimensional phenomenon of motion, the circulation of phase angular wave vector, real part of wave function, part of the circulation of the condensate using Feynman theory, where nabla phi is the boundless phase velocity of superfluidity limited due to our feelings organs possibilities boundaries only. See below neuron in figure 4 with embedded circulation. I would show in the following view. The differential L, differential of coherence correlation length in the space of generalized coordinates PL. Defining motion as the Bohr complementarity of oppositions, the charge and coherence correlation the same, we have come to the universal kind of motion as the indivisible change of phase in its coherence, giving circulation of matter, and to the Planck's constant as the derivative of more fundamental value of circulation than the elementary action quantum following the relation. Of course, conservating all the richness of the Planck physics, the history of physics followed us to post-Planckian physics. As is known, Einstein is known well for us. Einstein has built his theory of relativity on the basis of the space curvature tensor using the Maxwell electrodynamics of continuous media. As a result, we have come to conclusion then the space curvature itself is the derivative of the universal circulation. As a result, the charge and mass are the derivatives of the same space-time curvature tensor, revealing the same nature and carrying only the function of bond coefficients between Planck's constant, action quantum, and circulation in our first expression. Circulation generates itself the united space-time. So, space and time are indivisible as derivatives of the same nature circulation in our model throughout, of course, only throughout history of physics. Being engaged in history of science and technology, our analysis of the whole history of science shows the universal character of circulation, which is in the basics of all fundamental physical experiments and observations, beginning with the very first lines of the Old Testament of the universe creation, and the God's soul carrying on the waters with the circulation of the hydrodynamic orbits closed on the God soul. Circulation itself, in its classical definition at the same time, is a vector of point moving on the orbits. See figure 4D in my report. As a result of the above-mentioned experimental facts and postulates, the boundary between quantum and classical physics, defined with the Heisenberg principle of uncertainties, is being cancelled, and we have come to the classical physics on the new level of universal motion as the non-quantized classical circulation with discreteness. After all, conserving, I should like to repeat, conserving all the richness of the very productive Planckian physics. Following the informatology, the second one, science and information nature studying, approved with the special United Nations doctrine of informatological development of the mankind in 21st century, we have defined accordingly the information is a system of relations lying in the basis of all kinds of correlations in the nature. And information in the language of circulation throughout this doctrine has got the fundamental definition throughout Bohr-Heisenberg complementarity of uncertainties as the united correlation of oppositions. What oppositions? Phase wave vector changes and their coherence in the circulation, leading us to the two-dimensional universe and lying in the basis of all kinds of interactions, being defined through phase shifts in their correlations. As soon as we try to fix separately phase change or its coherence, we have come to uncertainty, as far as you know that. Fundamental sense of Heisenberg principle based on the Bohr complementarity. As far as you know well, now we have through Scientific American and CERN works, there is a crisis in physics. So I mean that our results throughout history of science give us opportunity to overcome this crisis. This report was reported at the Europarlament and physicists of Europarlament, and is protected and at Nobel Symposium Committee. As a result of above mentioned all matter particles from Cooper pairs, electron hole pairs, up to Higgs bosons can be represented as of the same nature coherent de Broglie wave packages of circulations throughout positive and negative oriented Kepler-Bohr stationary orbit superpositions, and revealed also in the well-known for you Hudson's two-dimensional functions unity of maximal likelihood of mathematical expectation and dispersion of the random values of wave vectors. Vector whose all directions are equiprobably coincided with traveling wave direction generating scalar Bose-Einstein condensate. Generalized in the geometry spaces of vertices from Democritus, Descartes, Newton, up to Neron's computing, united on the same basis of the circulation in our model. See figure 4a. So, instead of unsuccessful searching of elementary particles, we have come to fundamental elementary physical phenomena as a circulation forming our universe. Having repealed from Newton's method of fluxes and Minkowski geometry of numbers, with his fundamental tendency of algebraic chaos, finally noted, as you know well, by Gilbert and Weyl, in their introduction to space and time by Minkowski, astonishingly have coincided with Euler's approach in his analysis of infinitesimal introduction. All these signs of the language, including zero and infinity signs, are constructed in our model as a geometrical patterns of derivatives of curves tangency in the circulation with opposite signs following physics of Landau-Rotons, defined by Landau as a soul of disappeared vertex, is well known for you. On the basis of above mentioned, we have come to conclusions that whole history of physics throughout quantized vertices, circular motions, or spins generating matter is based on the circulation of phase wave vector wave function as a new language fundamentals, generalized finally in the theories of superconductivity and superfluidity by Onsager-Feynman and Bardeen-Cooper-Schrieffer, experimentally improved accordingly in Winant's and Jefferson's experiments, that show earlier, awarded with Nobel Prizes. Earlier, we have constructed the computer machine as the field MOS metal oxide semiconductor transistor with circulation ring geometry, tested successfully on the cosmic apparatus, revealing the negative transversal resistor of tunneling phase transition between normal matter, visual, and unconscious superfluid, superconducting spiritual states according to the two-fluid model of superconductivity, superfluidity of some semiconductors. This superfluid state experimentally correlated with 5-7% of the above-mentioned Bose-Einstein condensate, discoveries awarded with Nobel Prize, as you know well, in our opinion, is the limit state only of experimentally interpreted part of the universe, so-called black matter, due to the above-mentioned natural narrow computing limited possibilities. As a result, we have come to the basics of universal mechanism of our geometrodynamics language on the wave vector circulation put in the very nature of neuron. See figure 4, model of neurons with superconducting axial and radial ion currents of the circulation as the universal machine. Using the circulation as fundamentals of universal language, we have transferred the circulation in the machine language of information technology too. Following our above-mentioned MOS field transistors with circulation ring geometry, last investigations in nanotechnology show for today the revealed opportunity for construction of the spin transport and the internet machine on the basis of circulation, taking into account that the spin itself is the derivative of the circulation. As a result of last investigations in nanotechnology for today, the fundamental type of machines remains above mentioned MOS field transistors with circulation ring geometry. So, we have got for today the model of a machine with universal computing language, including population, which communicate two natures, micro. Its ideal superfluid and normal components in the two-fluid model of superfluids, uniting visible and invisible parts of our universe with the feedback. Materials, as far as I said, have been protected at Nobel Symposium. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your interesting talk. And I want to say, do you have any questions from your online? Okay, do you have a question from the room? Yes, we have one question.
Thank you.
I would like to ask you about influence of what is the relation between superconductivity and Minkowski space, because of in our consideration of superconductivity, normal superconductivity and condensed matter superconductivity, no effects related with Minkowski space and any theoretical model describing of superconductivity in Minkowski space is very
Thank you.
strange for me.
Minkowski geometry gave us possibility to construct every language sign on the geometrical circulation. Any sign of language may be constructed is a superposition of proof Nobel